What's up, what's up, what's up, Bad Back fam? Hey, check it out. I wanted to give you 4 stretches and exercise. So it's going to be 3 stretches and 1 exercise for your lower back today. And hopefully these combined with the other 4 that I did last time will help you progressively get a little better and better and better and in less pain and more mobile. So the first thing I want to talk about is flossing. Okay, flossing is a technique that you kind of elongate the nerves. What has worked for me is traditional flossing that you see chiropractors and even doctors and physical therapists do haven't really worked for me. What really has worked for me when I start feeling like the nerves in my leg, my sciatic nerves are starting to be inflamed or starting to bug me is doing this. So I'll get all the way on the ground. Usually after I walk, I need to do this, okay? If I walk for a long distance or if I'm on the elliptical for a little while, I'll have to get down on here. I have a whole routine of things that I do after because my legs will start hurting pretty badly. So always when you're laying down, you need to have one leg up, okay? If you don't, this kind of tilts your pelvis in a way that you don't really, and it puts a little stress on your back. So you don't really want to be like this laying flat. You always want to be with one leg or both legs up, okay? So this is kind of a flossing technique where I'm going to put my leg out here, all right? Make sure my core is engaged. Breathe out. And you're gonna point your toe as far back towards you, right, as you can. Bring your leg up as far as you can. So if it starts to stretch here, that's okay. If it starts to stretch well beyond this point, that's okay. What you want to do is get that stretch point and pulling that leg or that toe towards you, okay? Sometimes I'll even grab the back of my leg here and just to get a little more push, okay? But the key is to point that toe. You have to point that toe. Keep your core engaged, point that toe. Now, I'm gonna bring my head up a little bit. When you come back down, you're gonna lower at the knee and come back down, okay? We need to be nice and gentle with ourselves, all right? So, opposite leg, I'm bringing that up to the point where you start to feel that stretch. Push it just a little bit, but make sure you get that toe pointed and that head up. And you're gonna hold it and breathe. And I'll usually hold it for 20 seconds on each side, and I'll do it 3 times, okay? So 20 seconds each side. But if it hurts when you're at 10 seconds, go on and let it go, okay? Gently get back into it. If it hurts at 20 seconds, then do it. If you wanna do it for 30 seconds, it's not gonna hurt you to do it longer, okay? And it definitely helps those nerves because, boy, especially for us after surgery, our nerves just kind of go, and don't like us anymore. And that's just normal. That's nerve regeneration. Hopefully, we all get all of our nerve feeling back in our leg. But sometimes that just doesn't happen. Sometimes you won't, your toes will be numb forever, and that's okay. It beats the alternative. All right, so moving on to the next stretch, all right? So this is, and look at how I'm getting up, okay? You guys notice this. Every time you move around, all right, pre or post-op, every time you move around, your body goes with you, all right? I'm pushing off on my right leg, onto my left elbow. I'm coming up, pushing up here. And the whole time I'm keeping my back straight, all right? That's just a side note. So, from here, all right, I wanted to talk about either doing a cobra or doing a Sphinx, okay? So cobra I can't do, and I don't really advise you guys to do it unless you're experienced and you know how your body's gonna react. But we're gonna do a Sphinx. So Sphinx is here, where you're gonna keep up on your elbows, hands flat, tighten your glute, right? Your butt. Push up. And this is excellent for spine health. And breathe. keeping your butt tight, keeping that glute tight. Keep it tight. And I'll do these for 10 breaths. And after, all right, when you're done, you're going to loosen your glute and then come back down gently. Rest your head and then repeat. Getting ready, tighten that glute, those glutes, pressing up. And you're not going to push to where it hurts, okay? You're going to push to where you feel something a little different, okay? I get a good stretch here, but this is really good for spine health, okay? So we got to keep the parts of our spine that are not fused if you're post-op. We got to keep those parts healthy, and that's extremely important, more important now than it was before. All right. So that's the second exercise. I always come back here to stretch. Okay. And then, what I want to do is move on to the third exercise. And the third exercise is actually an exercise, not a stretch. And it's, I'm going to show you two variants to it. The first variant is going to be on an exercise ball. And the second variant is going to be on a table. We happen to have a really nice marble table that's extremely sturdy and healthy that we can do this on. And it's the most important exercise, okay? So hold on one sec. Okay, so if you have one of these exercise balls, needs to be a big one, right? You're gonna come around over it and lay and hug it, okay? As you're hugging it, I want you to bring your torso up and back down, just like that. Keeping the ball nice and sturdy. Up. Slowly back down. And back down. Okay? You're very small movement, but you're going to feel all of these little muscles in between your vertebrae being engaged. And I absolutely love this exercise. I call it my table exercise. And I'll tell you why I call it my table exercise, because we're gonna go and I'll show it to you on my table. Okay, so this is the other variant of the exercise that I just showed you. And this is my table exercise. So I come here, make sure you have a sturdy, strong table, okay? That this is a custom-made marble table, so this is not going anywhere. It took a few guys to bring it in so it can hold my big butt. So what we're gonna do is lay flat on the table. All right. Bring your torso to the edge of the table. And I want you to take notice of my feet and where my toes are, okay? So I'm up on my tippy toes, right? With shoes or without shoes, doesn't matter. I'm gonna lay my head down also. And I'm gonna bring my torso up like that. Nice and slow. And let it back down. And when you come down, you want to stretch it down. You see the amount of movement there, right? And I'm going to hold it in two different places and breathe as I come back up. So I'm getting a good stretch here and up a little bit. Holding. Up a little bit more. Holding. Up at the top. And slowly back down. Okay. And so what that does is it really engages. And it might be uncomfortable. It's always uncomfortable a little bit for me. It hurts, but not hurts like pain. It's just uncomfortable. And that's just those muscles being engaged. This, I think, is the most important exercise after spinal surgery. Why? Your muscles were all cut open, right? Your back was cut, your spine was manipulated. All those muscles between your vertebrae were pulled back into place, and they may have been out of place for quite some time. And so all of this has been manipulated, like severely manipulated inside your spine, okay? And all of these muscles just have become so out of whack, so weak, and they need to be engaged, okay? They need to be engaged. So this, out of every exercise that I've ever done, and I've been all over the world with different physical therapists, kinesiologists, chiropractors, all sorts of people, this is the most beneficial exercise along with the flossing exercise that is in my regimen. These are my go-tos and they really, really do work. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys have a blissful day, and I hope that the exercises, these and the other 4 that I did, help and work. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon and all that good stuff. All right, be good, fam. Much love. Peace.